Hello, boys and girls. Today we are on to another lesson. This is all about multiplication with decimals. So let's jump right into it. When we are multiplying with decimals, we are going to do just like regular stacked multiplication, right? We remember how to do our good stacked multiplication. Things are going to look very similar. Let's say I had the multiplication problem, 8 times 0.24. Okay, 8 times 0.24. I'm going to stack these on top of each other. What's nice about multiplication is I do not need to line up my decimals. It actually is better if I don't line up my decimals. So I'm going to take my 8, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to say times 0.24, and I'm just going to multiply all the way we know how. 4 times 8 is 32, add a 0, 2 times 8 is 16, add 2 zeros, 0 times 8 is 0, add these up, 2 plus 0 plus 0 is 2, 3 plus 6 plus 0 is 9, 1 plus 0 is 1. And now, what am I going to do here? Now that I have gotten this far, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look back at my multiplication problem. And I'm going to look and say, all right, how many times can I take the decimals out of these numbers? How many times can I take the decimals all the way out, all the way to the left of these numbers? Well, 8 doesn't have any decimals, so I don't have to worry about that. But 0.24, I can take this decimal out 2 places to get it all the way out of my number. And since I take this decimal 2 places all the way out, I'm going to bring this decimal, once I'm done multiplying, 2 places in for an answer of 1.92. Okay, so when it comes to multiplication, the rule is we want to bring our decimals all the way out, add them together, and then bring them all the way back in at the end. Okay, we're going to practice through what that looks like, how that works in different kinds of situations, but that's the gist of what we're doing here. We're bringing our decimals out, we're going to add up our decimals, and we'll bring them back in at the end. Let's say I had 1.2 times 1.6. All right, I'm going to take these numbers, I'm going to stack them. These ones, my decimals happen to line up, but they don't have to. I don't have to have my decimals lined up. So I'm going to take my decimals out. This first decimal is going to come out a total of 1 place. This second decimal is going to come out a total of 1 place. I'm going to add those up for a grand total of 2 decimal movings. Now at the very end, after all my math, I'm going to move my decimal back in 2 places. We'll get to that in a second. All right, now we multiply just like normal. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Drop my 0. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 2 is 9. And then this 1 is just a 1. I bring my decimal in 2 places. And for a grand total of 1.92. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. Look at that. Look at that good math. Weirdly, both of these numbers gave me the same answer. I'm going to try and do a math problem where I don't get the same answer. Because, we can keep getting 1.92 in lots of different ways, but that was a weird coincidence. Let's say I had something like, let's go here. Jump right in the middle here. We'll say I have the problem 1.25 times, whoops, wrong times 0.23. All right, I'm going to stack these. 1.25, 0.23. Again, they happen to line up, but that doesn't mean they're going to every time. This first number up top, I'm going to take my decimal out 2 places. I'm going to take my second decimal out 2 places. I add those up for a grand total of 4 places at the very end of this problem. I'm going to bring my decimal in 4 places. Now I do my math. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 1 is 3. Add a 0. 2 times 5, 10. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. 2 times 1 is 2. Add these up. 5, 7, 8, 2. And I'm going to bring my decimal back in 4 places. 1, 2, 3, 4 places for an answer of 0.2875. Wow, look at that. 2.875. Okay, anytime we multiply decimals, we want to bring them out, add them together, and then put them back in at the very end of my math problem. Bring them out, add them together, put them back in at the very end of my math problem. If I had 2.78 times 0.8, how many places am I going to bring my decimal in at the very end of this problem? At the very end of my problem, how many place values am I going to bring my decimal point in? Yes, 3 places. Can anyone tell me what my answer will be? I will see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. This is the worst heart I've ever drawn. Let me try that again. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, children.